26, Lucas Caron. Number 29, Manuel Estrada. Number 31, Marco Alvarez. Number 19, Carlos Bustamante. And for your starters, number 1, Jack Volpe. Number 2, Enzo Fernandez. Number 3, Lucas Richard. Number 4, Santiago Richard. Number 6, Alejandro Herrera. Number 7, Christian Borges. Number 10, Mateus Pernon. Number 11, Alejandro Perron. Number 13, Stefano Nayos. Number 17, Lucas Manja. Number 30, Alejandro Vela. The Wolverines have a record of 17 wins and 5 losses and 1 ties, and the head coach is Tangier Mendoza. And now for your Jesuit Tigers, with a record of 21 wins, 3 losses, and 1 tie. 00, Shane Oliva. Number 2, Alejandro Vargas. Number 4, Luke Lohman. Number 8, Juan Carranza. Number 12, Edgar Guzman. Number 13, Luke Dennett. Number 14, Eric Stanley. Number 15, Grant Creedigan. Number 16, Johnny Weir. Number 17, Diego Cubas. Number 20, Kyra Vegas. Number 21, Zachary Reich. Number 22, Jack Ferreri. Number 28, Nico Velasco. And for your starters, in goal, number 1, Philip Falcon III. Number 3, Alex Basio. Number 5, Kwame Semaphore. Number 6, Michael Kruger. Number 7, Dutch Ivoroni. Number 9, Taika Basa. Number 10, Belen Young. Number 11, Ty Emdy. Number 24, Abby Lindblom. Number 30, Christian Fairchild. And number 41, Keegan Clamp. The head coach of the Tigers is Eric Sims, with assistant coaches Vitopoulos, Duke Dunnigan, Koshko, Sean Connolly, and Dennis Lopez. At this time, please stand for the invocation by President of Jesuit High School, Father Hermes, and remain standing as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, amen. Almighty God, we ask your blessings on all of us gathered this evening for the state semifinal contest between Belen Jesuit and Jesuit High School. May these young men play to the best of their ability, free from injury, and according to the highest standards of sportsmanship. And may all of us in our daily lives seek to do your will for your greater glory. Through Christ our Lord, amen. Saint Ignatius, pray for us. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, amen.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Very happy to have you join us here from afar. We have kickoff in moments. The players have all been introduced. Father Hermes has said the invocation, and it looks like the players are ready to go. This is Richard Pope calling your game for you tonight from Corral Memorial Stadium, Alumni Field. You have an energetic crowd in from Belen Jesuit in South Florida. Brought some props to make sure their presence is felt. We appreciate the enthusiasm. And we have a good crowd from the local Jesuit Tampa parents body. And a little bit of blue tide action as well. These teams should be well matched. My understanding is that the rankings are number 2 versus number 3. Both have had very good winning records this year and have had some emphatic wins in the playoffs. But once you get to the Final Four, it's a different game, and everybody's going to have to be on their toes. Jesuit Tampa kicks off. Christian Fairchild there to Ty Kabasa starting off, and our long ball forward. That's a Jesuit throw-in. Belen Young in the middle for the Tampa Jesuit team, but it's a foul, and Belen is going to take a free kick just inside the halfway mark. It's a long searching ball in, but a little bit too much for any of the Belen attackers. It will be a Jesuit goal kick. Kwame Semikor getting that from Philip Falcon. Tigers try to work out of the middle here. A missed touch by their back line. Back to Philip Falcon. That's good calm play on the back line there by the Tigers. Dutch Iavaroni working his way up the line for the Tigers, but Belen is quick to disrupt that attack. Always the attacker, Iavaroni, is after him again, throwing for the Tigers. Corner kick for the Tigers. Taikabasa was trying to make the cross there, and a Belen defender kicked it out. Belen Young taking the corner kick for the Tigers, it seems. Belen is able to repel that corner kick attempt, and then they are called for a foul in the middle of the field. It looked like a handball. Tiger free kick. Ty MD for the Tigers taking that free kick. Out of bounds though, and Belen throw in. Too much on that ball forward by Belen. Philip Falcon scoops it up, rolls it out to MD. Abby Lindblom there making his way past his midfielder opponent, but Belen gets the throw in. Tigers defence pinches that ball off Belen, but it's out of bounds again. Belen trying to unlock the Jesuit Tampa defense there. Weren't quite able to do it, but it did look promising for them. It's a throw-in for the Tigers. The Belen attacker was able to turn his defender and go at the goal, but his pass is inaccurate. Tigers back line steps up and clears the ball. Kruger under pressure now and puts it out for a Belen throw-in. Belen has a long throw in there, getting a shot off here, although it's blocked by the Tigers. Counter-attack opportunity, possibly. Couple of good passes by Belen down that left side as they're passing to feet, keeping the ball under control. It's that next one that's let them down, though, as the Tigers' back line steps up and clears. Kruger sending the ball forwards. Taikabasa trying to control it off his chest, but unable to. Back in the midfield to see who can put a good pass forward. The Belen back line clears. Quick pass out of the midfield for Belen. Number 2 can't quite control it. Enzo Fernandez, that was, in good position. Christian Bagueras in the midfield for Belen, and now it's a foul for Belen. Free kick will be taken in a pretty positive location for Belen. Tiger back line is going to have to be alert. Belen free kick is into the box. It's a flick-on header from a Tiger defender. It's pretty safe, but Falcon wanted to be sure and grabbed it himself before it went out of bounds. Dutch Iavaroni moving quickly down that left-hand side again, making sure these attacks begin as soon as there's an opportunity. Belen defender kicks it out of bounds, so we have a throw-in for the Tigers. Actually, we have a free kick awarded. Belen Young taking that. That's a good ball in by Belen Young. The goalie has to come out and punch it clear. And now Belen is on the move forwards. The Tiger defense is looking thin back there on this play, but up to the task. Clears it emphatically. Ty Emdy. Good play there. Enzo Fernandez battling hard for the ball for Belen. He's awarded a free kick. Alejandro Vela on that free kick for Belen, but the Tigers defense is able to clear. Headed away, and the Tigers offense is off to the races. We've probably got a foul here. No particular words to that defender. He's probably on the edge of getting a warning. But most likely the smart choice at that point with that breakaway by the Tigers down that right-hand side. Christian Fairchild puts on right across the face of the goal, and it was begging for somebody's head to get on it. It was not far away from actually being a score without that, but a good ball in. Tigers playing positive, expecting to do something good with the ball every time they go forwards. They look confident at this point. Free kick to Belen. Fernandez on the ball for Belen. Some fancy footwork. Goal kick to the Tigers. Fernandez working hard there, but there were three defenders right in front of him. It was a tall order. Kwame Semikor with the long ball out of the back. Tigers are called for a push in that midfield area from that long call out of the back. Long kick out of the back. Down to 27 minutes almost in the first period. So another free kick for Belen. This is at least the third or fourth. And what I mean is the third or fourth that could put him in a scoring position. There's a shot by Belen. It is partially blocked. Philip Falcon comes up quickly, grabs it and punts it away into the midfield. No Tigers able to receive it though, but it's a handball call it looks like in the middle there. So right around the 50-yard line. Seems like Kwame Semikor is going to step up and take this free kick from the defensive half. Tigers are off. knocking the ball around a little bit, seeing if they can change the angle of play. But Belen's pinched the ball back. Enzo Fernandez on the attack again for Belen. But MD was able to step in. Actually, not MD. Michael Kruger was able to step in and kick that ball away from Fernandez, who then fell over. It was no foul. We have a foul awarded to the Tigers now. Keegan Clamp, battling for the ball there, is awarded that free kick. Belen Young to kick it just inside the half. That's a penetrating ball from quite a distance, and if the goalie wasn't onto that, if he wasn't keeping an eye on it, they could easily have sailed into the net. It had plenty of momentum, but it goes harmlessly into the bushes. Goal kick for Belen. They try to go forward, but Tigers gain possession, try to work it through the middle. Quick passes here. Nobody fooling around with the ball too much. There's too much pressure. The pace is too high. They know they're going to get punished for that. Whoever. Tricky play by Ty Kabasa. Good cross in. Sorry, that was Dutch Iavarone. Good cross in. Nobody there for the Tigers. Belen comes away, working through the midfield. Fernandez trying to get on the ball again for Belen, but he's dispossessed. Iavarone tries to head it into a productive area going forwards, but Belen back line clears it. Now the Tigers are clearing from their back line. Good block there from Abby Lindblom. Playing a defensive central midfield kind of role at the moment. Belen Young battling for the ball, loses that duel. Belen working to go forwards. It's one of those decisions by an attacker where they leave it and didn't seem like a good decision. He thought there would be somebody behind him to run onto the ball. As it was, it just went to the feet of one of the Jesuit defenders, and we're working the ball out of the back half again. Ball goes out of bounds. Belen throw in. Looks like Christian Bagueras again. Tigers not diving in. They're giving these guys a little bit of space. They've been burned a couple of times diving in. And a quick turn by a Belen attacker has got them on the run towards the goal, so they've made an adjustment. Philip Falcon now with the goal kick. Kwame Semikor coming out of the back right area, but Belen gets it in the midfield. Philip Falcon obviously communicating effectively there with Kwame Semikor, snatching that ball out of the air to make sure Belen did not get another opportunity to get their feet on the ball. Keegan Clamp there in the middle for the Tigers, heads it across to the other side of the midfield. A bit of a battle for possession. Another turn. A Belen attacker turning his defender. And this ball is crossed to the other side. The play was switched, but too much for number 3. Lucas Richard. Ball goes out, Tiger throw in, and there'll be another one. Almost down to 21 minutes to go in the first half. Should be coming on a water break here before too long. 40-minute halves in these high school boys games. 10-minute halftime break. That looked like Alejandro Pereira on the far side of the pitch, attempting to go down the line, but it goes out of bounds. Belen Young is called. They're onto him, tugging that jersey. Belen free kick. Lucas Mong or Monje taking that free kick for Belen. Lucas Richard working the ball forward for Belen. Tries to get it to Fernandez to make a play. Ends up being a target throw-in. Now it ends up being a Belen throw-in. Lucas Richard with that throw-in, looking for a centre forward type play, and a shot from distance. Philip Falcon is onto it. It was wide, but Philip Falcon was onto it, had plenty of time, and he decided to just go ahead and grab it, take it up to punt at the top of the box. Sinks his big left foot into that, past halfway. Belen Young battling for the Tigers. He's getting bumped around, but he hasn't been dispossessed. Working hard, outnumbered in the end. Belen's ball. Oh, feisty though. Feisty Belen Young. Tigers win the ball back for a throw-in. And we have a water break.
No, yeah, concurrent viewers.
So we've got a beautiful evening here in Tampa. If you're a Tampa Jesuit alumni but live far away now, you would be glad to know it's 62 degrees here and a lovely clear night with a breeze. Perfect soccer weather. Hopefully it suits the Tigers well. As usual, we've got a great little group of volunteers, ball personnel, girls and boys, and grown men on the sideline, helping the game go smoothly here. Throw in now. Kruger. Header from Belen. That was Fernandez. MD winning that ball at the left back position. Switches the field to Kwame Semikor. But now the right back for Belen is clearing the ball. Belen throw in. Fernandez back to Richard. It's a touch for Stefano Neos. Belen just starting again, sending the ball back, but out of bounds. An unforced error. Yields a Tiger throw-in. Got an unmarked player in the middle for the Tigers. He's able to get on the ball, look around. That's Keegan Clamp. Christian Fairchild making an appearance on the left-hand side of the field for the Tigers. Might have been a bit of a switch there. Oh. And Taika Basa in with a real chance there. Ends up making contact with the goalkeeper in an honest effort to get to the ball. But that was obviously a courageous effort by goalkeeper Jack Volpe. Clock has stopped. Referees will take a look at the situation. Trainers are invited out to see how the goalie is doing. Hopefully Jack Volpe will be okay in a moment. He's on his feet. Looks like he's going to have to at least go off the field temporarily. Maybe they're just checking that he can clear his head and prove that he's compos mentis. With the heightened safety precautions over the last few years, anything to do with a player's head has to be looked at very carefully. Better safe than sorry, of course. I'll give you the new... Okay, looks like it must be number 98, Carlos Bustamante. Looks like Iavarone winning that ball for the Tigers. Christian Fairchild battling now and earns a free kick in a pretty good spot. This is going to look pretty juicy to the Tigers. They're going to have to make a good plan here to make the best use of this opportunity. Best one we've had on a set play, apart from a corner if you would count that. Well, it's lining up. It does appear that there's going to be a chip pass for the attackers to run onto from a 45-degree angle outside the right post. That appears to be an offside call. Kwame Samakor was onto that ball. He did get his head onto it. It didn't go into the net. Some kind of infringement there, and it will be Belen's ball. Looks like an offside call. It was hard to tell from here, but from the referee's gesture, offside. Belen tries to move the ball up the right-hand side, but it's a little out of reach of number 3, Lucas Richard. Tiger throw-in. MD trying to send that forwards to an attacking player who can get it under control, but that Belen defence is pretty attentive. And here's Belen Young winning another free kick for the Tigers. About as good a spot as the previous free kick, which did look promising in execution. Tigers are going to take a good look at this, come up with a plan. You got Christian Fairchild over the ball. Dutch Iavaroni nearby. Christian Fairchild lays his boot into that one. It's a little high and wide to the right. A little trickeration attempted there with Iavaroni dashing across the ball to the left. And we do have the original goalkeeper for Belen returning to the game. Good to see him looking like he's cleared. Jack Volpe. Some pretty good body control there by number 10 for Belen. Matthias Piranot. A little bit too much attention now. I was mentioning before that the Belen defenders are attentive. Well, they've been very attentive to Belen Young. Knocked him down a number of times. Wouldn't be surprised if at least a warning happens next. Christian Fairchild over the ball. It's about 50 yards out from the goal line, maybe 45. But it's at quite an angle because it's near the sideline. And that's the first time the Belen goalkeeper has had to make a save. There was a couple of headers on the end of that kick by Christian Fairchild, and it did go at the goal, but not with enough speed to really challenge the defender. Now we have Fernandez talking about speed. He does make it down the sideline with a cross. It's a little bit of a dribbling cross, and the attacker in the middle can't get to it with any force. Christian Fairchild now clearing for the Tigers. Belen Young onto it. Clever play there by number 3, Lucas Richard. He was trying to tackle Belen Young, and Belen just kept possession well, but then he anticipated the pass and was able to take it away for Belen, who are coming down the left-hand side now. Chip pass over to Fernandez, doesn't quite get to him. Tigers clear off the back line. That's Kruger. Michael Kruger. Belen chipping forward again. No attacker in that line, and Philip Falcon was able to just casually pick that up, or comfortably. I wouldn't say he's casual, but he's comfortable. Dutch Iavaroni is called for a foul there, even though he's battling hard. There's a little bit of frustration. Good body position there by the Belen player. Belen Young with a good touch. Oh, and a very, very clever attempt at a pass going forwards. We have an offside call against the Tigers. Taikabasa going forward, taking the risk like a striker should. Needs to be right on the edge there. If a striker doesn't get called for any offsides in the game, he probably hasn't been on the edge enough. Again, the pace is high. It's a good pace. It hasn't let up. The pressure is on all over the field. Every now and then there's a little bit of space in the middle, but there's not much space anywhere else. So the back lines are both being very diligent. They're keeping their shape.
it again. If he's not going to get in a golf cart and come over here and do something, then I'm going to say something.
Alejandro Vela sends the ball in to his attacking teammate there. The ball is repelled by the Jesuit back line, but Vela gets another opportunity at it and is called for a foul. So Philip Falcon comes up. He's going to take that free kick from about the 25-yard line. Michael Kruger on the ball for the Tigers, looking for the pass to relieve the pressure. MD back to Philip Falcon. Philip Falcon just sends it to the middle of the field, lets everybody fight for the possession there. Tigers do get possession. Kwame Semikor. Another pass to relieve the pressure back to Philip Falcon. Vela again for Belen. Philip Falcon was called into action there. I think the ball was going to go at the top part of the post of the horizontal, but he elected to make the save, and it was a corner kick, in the end. Now a goal kick, as that corner kick just sailed right across the face of the goal, right across the mouth of the goal, and swings out of bounds. A little bit of drama on the field now. I think the players had assumed it was a goal kick, but it's been called a corner. Alejandro Pereira sends it in for the corner. MD for the Tigers. Looks like he heads it away. There's a shot by Belen, but it's high and wide. No need for Philip Falcon to address it, so it's a goal kick now. We do have a substitution on the first half here, ladies and gentlemen. Plenty of time for something to happen to affect the scoreboard. Both teams have been going forwards a number of times, but just lately Belen's shown a little physicality and speed that has put him in position to shoot. Dutch Iavaroni earns a free kick for the Tigers there. Belen fans didn't agree and have voiced their concern to the referee. Christian Fairchild on that free kick. Chips it up with his left foot. That's a promising flight. There's a second chance here too. Kwame Semikor holding off his defender, trying to get a turn in to make a cross. It's pretty scrappy over there. The ball is out of bounds. It's just not clear what's happening as far as whether it looks like a Belen throw-in. And we have Kwame Semikor, first person to see a slice of cheese tonight for the Tigers, or for anybody. First time the referee has pulled one out. And so he's going to have to go cool his heels on the sideline for a couple of minutes with a replacement player coming on. Number 4, Luke Lohman coming in for the Tigers to replace Kwame Semikor. Usually these interchanges don't last for very long because it's a minimum amount of time that the offending player has to spend off the field. And unless that was a planned substitution going to happen soon anyway, coaches usually try to get them back on the field first opportunity. Belen going forwards, but there's a pass that's stretched out a little bit too far for the Belen attacker. Both teams trying to find something in that final third that can really give them that opportunity to put a threatening shot on goal. So far nobody's really had anything that would send that goalie's pulse rate beyond 100 or so. Little fancy footwork on that last line of defense by Kwame Semikor. Gives himself some space to send it into the midfield. No possession there for the Tigers, however, and it's back to Kwame now and his opponent, who's trying to do his own fancy footwork and get around, but it's not happening. Kwame just blasts it a little further upfield. A little more like a rugby kick there, hugging the sideline and eventually going out of bounds. Energetic effort there by Belen to get that into an attacking situation in the box, but there was nobody to connect. It goes out of bounds. We have a goal kick again for Philip Falcon. Outside backs are staying right alongside the goalkeeper when he's doing those goal kicks. Now we have a miscommunication. Ends up being a corner kick for Belen. Tigers need to steady. No need to panic. No need to get too grumpy at each other. But they do need to pay attention to this corner kick. Belen player falls down in the box, but it really was inadvertent contact. Philip Falcon is able to snatch the ball out of the air and punt downfield. Christian Fairchild anticipates the run by Dutch Iavarone. Belen defenders clear. Still a battle for possession now. We've got a call for out of bounds, Belen's ball. Enzo Fernandez with the ball in his hands for Belen. Clever little flick-on pass by number 13, Stefano Naos. Tigers' back line is able to clear momentarily. Belen tries to go back into attack, and Tigers clear, then Belen back into attack. And almost a sneaky little goal by Belen. He did get his shot away, and it sailed across the mouth of the goal, but it was one of those dangerous shots with the momentum of the player. It could have just let the ball roll into the open net as Philip Falcon had come out towards the attacker on the outside right post. That was Eric Barreto for Belen. Almost the first goal of the game. He was quite calm about that. Christian Fairchild getting on the ball for the Tigers. He's under pressure, sends a right-footed pass. Tigers are moving the ball around nicely. They're getting 3 or 4 passes strung together. 5, 6 maybe. And then a defender steps in for Belen. Free kick for Belen now. And we have half time. There is no score in the game. Both teams playing, as I've mentioned previously, at a pretty good rate. There's pressure all over the field. Very few players are able to just kind of take a look around or make whatever decision they feel like making while they're on the ball, because they're getting closed down pretty quickly. Good standard game all around. Both teams look like they deserve to be here. Few little mental mistakes here and there, but nothing serious. Both teams look like they're still pretty locked in. I must have pressed it again. Okay. Taikabasa, second time where he's been going at the goals in the second half. We have a right-footed goal by Christian Fairchild. That is his wrong foot, and I think the defender knew it, but Christian was up to the task. He was able to get that shot off with his wrong foot and beat the goalie. 1-0 Jesuit Tampa. And you could not even put that down to a defensive mistake by Belen. They were marking his good foot, which has scored a lot of goals this year, but his right foot has scored a few as well. Belen kicks off quicker than they wanted to have another kickoff, that's for sure. Not even 2 minutes into the second half. Belen Young was tripped in the middle. He's working very hard. Kwame Semakor sends a long ball, but nobody's there. A little bit out of reach for the Tiger strikers. You can hear the Jesuit bell tower ringing here for striking 8 p.m. MD clearing for the Tigers. Clever flick on passes here by a couple of Wolverines. Mateus Pirano worked very hard there to try to change the angle of attack and get a little bit of space or an opening, but the defense by the Tigers was tight. They stayed with him, and as he worked his way around, he could only get the ball out of bounds. Now a goal kick for the Tigers. Kwame Semakor sending it long now. Belen coming back through the midfield now, looking to create something, but those Tigers are keeping their shape on their back line. Ball to Christian Fairchild, now to Tiger Basa. Tiger Basa shakes one defender. He's waiting for support. There it is, but the pass can't connect with the player running in, which was Belen Young. Richard Santiago on the ball for a moment there for Belen. Belen switching the field, going down the right-hand side now. Tiger defensive shape looks good. Different player in the midfield now for Belen. I'll try to get you that name. Alejandro Pereira. And again, trying to get a shot off. His first one was blocked. There's another shot attempted by the Wolverines, but that's been blocked again by the Tigers' last line of defense. That's a pretty clean shot taken there by Belen. I'm trying to find the number for you, but it's a goal kick, goes wide left. Kwame Semakor sending the ball forwards for the Tigers, but the Belen midfield sends it back. Now the Tigers have regained possession. Taika Basa trying to get to the ball himself, but Belen is all over it. Looks like it'll be a throw-in here for the Tigers. There's enough pressure. The Tiger attackers are putting enough pressure on the defense, on the Belen defense, that it's hard for them to get good passes away usually, and same the other way around. There's just an inadvertent handball there against Christian Fairchild, the goal scorer. Belen free kick just into their defensive half. Pirano there on the ball for a moment for the Wolverines. It looked like Kruger with a very emphatic clear all the way up to the left forward area for the Tigers. It's headed out by a Belen defender, so a Tiger throw in now. Kwame Semakor under a little bit of pressure. That was Stefano Naos trying to run him down, and he had put pressure and turn on Philip Falcon, but he was able to get a good clearing kick away. Alejandro Vela working hard for Belen there. Belen Young now for the Tigers. Both teams having a bit of a tough time getting good ball control. The pressure is just, consistent from their opponent. Nobody's taking any time off. All the attackers are putting pressure. Kruger now being called upon to try to clear that ball, and he does. And he might have been awarded a free kick actually in that effort. I think he got ran into in his back while he was clearing that. So Philip Falcon steps up to take the free kick for the Tigers. Dutch Ieveron getting a nice touch, Dutch. And again, another nice touch, Dutch. Taikabasa almost able to break through that last line of defence, just out of his reach. Belen coming quickly. It's a torrid pace in this game. These boys are going to be very, very tired. So I think fitness is going to come into play here in the next 10 minutes. MD, Christian Fairchild. Taikabasa on the ball. He's working it down the right hand side. He gets his cross in, but he needed support, although the ball didn't stay in bounds. That might have been a little bit of huffing and puffing going on there, instead of streaking down to support Taikabasa. Alejandro Pereira switching the play, and the Belen Wolverines trying to get a shot off, but the defence for the Tigers clears the ball out for a throw-in now. We have a substitution for the Tigers. Eric Stanley back in the game for the Tigers. He did not start the second half. Going out for the Tigers, who did start the second half, was Keegan Clamp. Alejandro Vela gets a touch for Belen, but he can't get it to a teammate. Tigers try to go forwards, but again, Tigers can't get it to a teammate. Belen is kicking out of that last line of defence there. A little bit of hesitation between a couple of Tigers there, communicating who was going to clear that ball. In the end, Kwame Semakor was pressed to run the ball out of bounds. It's going to be a Belen throw-in. Looks like a little fatherly advice coming here from the referee to Kwame, who shares the love, gives it all back to him. Probably going to meet for a pop after the game. Alejandro Vela is on the end of that pass. On the end, yeah, gets the pass from number 11, Alejandro Pereira. Vela gets his shot off, but it goes wide, and it's been called a goal kick for the Tigers. Almost looked to me like it was deflected, but maybe it was just an outside of the foot kind of a kick. Another good touch by Dutch. Belen wins the ball in the middle though. Tigers working hard to get it back. It's scrappy. Everybody's having to work very hard to get any kind of clean possession. There's no let up by either team. Energy is high. And that's very good marking by Christian Fairchild. He doesn't just score a goal, he makes sure the other guy doesn't when he has the chance. Some good soccer right there. Hope they enjoy him in Spain next year. Christian Baguieras taking a free kick for Belen now, right in the middle of the field pretty much, a little closer than that maybe. Philip Falcon, obviously communicating well with his defenders, leaps up, snatches the ball out of the air, punts it forwards quickly. The Belen defenders are ready though, there's plenty of them down there. They're double and triple teaming Taikabasa, who took a knock. He's down in some discomfort at the moment. With 27 minutes left in regulation time, referee is having a chat, asking the trainers to come out and take a look, see if Taikabasa can recover quickly enough to continue playing right away. Looks like they're checking on his left ankle. He's up, hobbling. So he's hobbling off the field. We're going to have to substitute him for now and see if he can recover and come back later. Our onside announcer is thanking the volunteers on the sidelines here, the ball personnel, and they deserve it too. They make the game operate so much more smoothly when we've got plenty of those guys. Belen knocking the ball around a little bit now, looking for an opening, looking for somebody who can make something happen going forwards. They do send it forwards. There's good connection there between the couple of strikers. Nice touch back to number 10, Piranot, or Piranot. But no shot eventuates. Belen's battling again to try and build another attack. Piranot again in on the play. He's on the ball. He's distributing. He's just sending the ball quickly. As soon as it gets to him, he's sending it to somebody else so nobody can shut him down. And that was a pretty interesting cross there by Belen. Looked like Fernandez coming in at an angle from the right hand side. after Santiago Richard sent the ball in from the left-hand side. Jesuit defender was there, but that was definitely a chance. Belen Young, Christian Fairchild, working hard in the middle. Really no space for these Belen attackers. That Jesuit defense is keeping its shape, stepping in at the right times. Their timing is good. Now we have a penalty for, not a penalty, but a free kick for the Tigers in the middle of the field. Looks like Belen Young earned that. His ability to put a very well-shaped long ball in, and there it is, into the box. Dutch Iavarone is able to get a foot on it, but Belen clears it. Tiger throw in. And now a Belen throw-in right on that very last line of defence. Backing up to the flag almost. MD heading forward to Abby Lindblom. Abby Lindblom again with a chance to affect the play, and again staying in the play, just chasing that down. That is good play by the Tigers. Just puts that little bit of extra pressure on the pass going forward, which means it's just difficult to connect with a running attacker. Long throw in by the Wolverines. Not super long, but long enough to get in the box and give a first and second chance. Tigers clear a little bit, but not really enough. Christian Fairchild tries to clear it enough, but it's not enough. And now it will be. One of those nice rolling passes that he makes. And there he is. He's on the run. Onside. The cross. Oh! That was a really well built up opportunity for the Tigers, and they're still going. I believe that was Eric Stanley there who tried to launch up and get that header, couldn't quite make a connection. And there we have a really good battle. Alex Bossio there, right on that attacking player for Belen. He is able to get his foot on the ball and send it towards the goal, but Philip Falcon was right there, and it wasn't with much speed, so he was able to see it and gather it. Another fatherly chat coming from the referee, this time to Belen player number 13, Stefano Naos. Philip Falcon coming up to take the free kick for the Tigers on the 25-yard line. Defensive half. Nice push in the back there from the Belen defender. Dutch Iavarone felt the impact there. His back is a little tender after that. And that results in a yellow card. So a slice of cheese now for each team. Something to nibble on while he goes to sit on the bench and contemplate his sins briefly. probably be back on the field quite quickly, just as Kwame Semikor was, and he was in the same boat. .21 minutes and 38 seconds left in regulation. Tigers in a promising spot for a free kick. Looks like Belen Young is over that. Or a nice little chip. And Abby Lindblom is close to being able to get his hands on that, but the goalie came at him pretty well. Hard to keep your concentration up there with the timing and the flight of the ball and the height. Tiger throw in. Looked like somebody from the volleyball team got on the field there for a moment, trying to dig that one out. But it was obviously a foul the other way against the Tigers to begin with. This time of the season, usually no team gets through unscathed. I know for sure that Jesuit Tampa, the Tigers, are missing a couple of their top players, and I would expect the same thing for the Wolverines as well. Just tough to go this far into the season without some injuries or other reasons to be off the field, such as disciplinary action. Michael Kruger there thwarts that attacking play by Belen, but his header only goes to the foot of a Belen midfielder. Big switch up ball. Kwame Semikor, tall and strong, is able to stand in the way there and head that back into the midfield. Now we have a pretty savage foul there. 19 minutes and 24 seconds to go. There's definitely going to be words and a yellow card and a fatherly chat on the way off the field there for number 7, Christian Baguerias. Eric Stanley coming back off the field here. Looks like Taikabasa is well enough to come back, and that will be pleasing for his teammates. Although, of course, Eric Stanley has scored some excellent goals this year. And here's a chance for the Tigers. It was a second chance. Bounced up. And it was Taikabasa himself coming onto the field, and he gets a chance, but it bounced up a little bit. He couldn't keep it down and went over the crossbar. And we have a water break. Score is 1-0 to the Tigers. 19 minutes and 10 seconds on the clock. But as the clock winds down to the very last seconds, the scorekeeper will stop the clock and leave the time in the hands of the referee. So it's always up to the referee. The referee has the final say as to when the game is over. So we're seeing on the stream, on the comments, we have a lot of Wolverine fans. Want to welcome you. Glad you're with us. Welcome to the Jesuit fans of the Tampa Tigers as well. Many of you may be local, but you also could be graduated and in other parts of the country now. So we're glad you're with us either way. A couple of Wolverines warming up on the sideline. Look like they could be set to come into the game before too long. Abby Lindblom there intercepting that forward pass by Belen. Ty Kabasa unable to get that high ball under control, and it flicks on to goalkeeper Jack Volpe. Again, Abby Lindblom able to get his head on the ball there and move it forward to a Tiger player. Belen Young working hard to try to keep possession there. Perronot working hard for Belen, looking for opportunities, looking for openings, looking for gaps. Wolverines start again though, relieve the pressure, sending it back, and now forwards. Alejandro Pereira working hard on the left-hand side for Belen, gets his cross in. Belen can't connect with that, and it goes out of bounds. Now a Tiger throw-in. Tigers coming forward. They need some numbers. They need a little support here. Christian Fairchild works his way inbounds, but we have an offside call against the Tigers. Went offside and then ran back onside, but it was too late. The ball had already been sent. Wolverines are looking fit. They do look in good condition, so as the Tigers do. So far, no real flagging. Michael Kruger for the Tigers is able to take that ball away from the Belen Wolverines, working down the right-hand side. Now, number 4 for Belen, Santiago Richard, tries to send the ball in, but the Tigers do repel. Santiago Richard again tries to get his shot off, but can't control it. We have a Tiger player down, looks like a cramp. Goal kick for Jesuit Tampa. Referee stops the clock here with 16 minutes and 4 seconds to go. The trainer comes out. It's Keegan Clamp who had the cramp. I did not intend that rhyme. Now we have, looks like Alejandro Vargas coming on, I think for the first time, number 2 for the Tigers. He's energetic. He's a little Energizer bunny, and he could cause some trouble here for Belen. That's an offside call against the Wolverines, so the Tigers will get the ball back inside their defensive box. Philip Falcon going to kick that away. Belen switching the field through the middle there. Attacking players coming to the ball. Kruger for the Tigers. Kicks it out of bounds. Now we have those Belen substitutions that looked like they would eventuate. Well, here they are. So you have number 9, Javier Zaragoza, and number 19, Geronimo Pedavilla. Belen throw-in, still in the box. There's a shot by Belen. It's a little high and wide. The defense was right there, putting pressure, so there wasn't much opportunity. Probably couldn't even see the goal from there. Under 14 minutes now. Philip Falcon kicking off for the Tigers. Gets past midfield, but Belen heads it forwards. Abby Lindblom with a well-made pass there. He had his eyes open all the way. And now we have Alejandro Vargas. That was Alejandro Herrera for Belen, stepping into the ball there and breaking up that Tiger attack. Abby Lindblom again. He is making some good decisions and using good defensive technique at the moment. Just roaming around that defensive midfield position. There's a little bit of a clumsy tackle there against a Tiger player. He's okay. No snacks issued to any Belen players. Taikabasa coming off again for the Tigers. Keegan Clamp returning for the Tigers. Big kick forwards by Belen Young, a little bit too big for his attackers. Jack Volpe is able to come out and grab that, kick it away for the Wolverines. Again, Abby Lindblom for the Tigers. Heads that ball away. It's a throw-in, though, for the Wolverines as a result. And we have the equalising goal for Belen. They have scored off that long throw-in. The ball looped over the back, and the defense lost sight of it. So now we have a tied game, 1-1. Looks like the goal scorer for Belen was number 11, Alejandro Pereira. Belen throw-in. Jaime Semacor for the Tigers. Kicks the ball away. Belen player heads it out, so a Tiger throw-in. Dutch Iavaroni looks like is in on the field, and throws that in and then tries to get it back and work his way up the left-hand side, but the Belen defense pokes it away. Tigers repel that attack. MD for the Tigers is dispossessed by the Belen attacker there, but he gets some help from Michael Kruger immediately, and the Tigers are out of danger. Dutch Iavaroni for the Tigers. Ooh, we are going to have a problem here. So we're going to wait and see what the aftermath is here, what it all ends up being, because that was enough of an offence. There's a potential for a straight red. So Belen has the ball for a free kick. It does not look like they are down a player, so I couldn't see exactly, but it did seem like a card came out. Probably just a yellow card for a Belen player who was quickly replaced, and difficult to see in the crowd there. Belen takes a free kick, sends it forward. Abby Lindblom heads away for the Tigers, but the goal scorer, number 11, Alejandro Pereira, sends it in for another attempt to get a shot off for Belen. Michael Kruger, well played there, dispossesses the Belen attacker. Tiger throw-in. Belen throw-in.
I know, I saw it with my own eyes. Yeah.
Tiger throw-in now. Looks like Alejandro Vargas has come off the field for the Tigers.
And I'll have video on it.
Alex Bossio there doing a good job for the Tigers, poking that away from Belen. And now Abby Lindblom again. Timely save by Philip Falcon there for the Tigers. That was a well built up play by the Wolverines, who did get a quality shot off from pretty close range. Well done, Philip Falcon. Belen has the ball now on the corner kick. Corner kick is headed away by Kwame Semakor for the Tigers. There's a shot from way up front. Alejandro Vela for the Wolverines gets his shot off, but it's a little wide to the left, so Philip Falcon will now kick off the goal kick. Abby Lindblom flicking that one on with a header. There's a touch. Oh, it's just a split second too late. Tigers are called offside. That was Christian Fairchild to Belen Young. Belen Young on the move. Just needed the ball about a half a second earlier. Pereira on the ball for the Wolverines, followed by Stefano Naos. Wolverine throw-in now. Wolverine substitution. Abby Lindblom moving the ball up for the Tigers, carrying for a little while in the middle. Loses it now, though, to a good play by Belen. A couple of substitutions for the Tigers as well recently. Grant Critican on for the Tigers, number 15. Alex Bossio throwing in for the Tigers. Kwame Semikor switching the play. A little bit ragged here from the Tigers in that back area. Might get lucky. They're not punished for it at this point. Dutch Iavaroni tries to get the ball flicked forward, but can't make anything of it. Belen throws in. They start building up another attack again. Using this space well. And there's another real opportunity, though it was called offside. Just under 4 minutes to go, down to 4:45 now in regulation time. Tiger throw in there, Christian Fairchild taking it quickly. Critican, back to Fairchild, back to Critican, and he's turned his defender and he's able to get across. Again, Christian Fairchild with the right foot. He gets a shot off. It's not as good as he wanted it to be. It was a little to the right of the upright. So it's a goal kick. And Belen wants this game over in regulation, just as the Tigers do. And these guys are going at it. Nobody's sitting back. They're not parking the bus. They're keeping the pressure on. They're going forwards in attack when they get the chance. Shot by Belen, a little wide to the left. Philip Falcon is untroubled, just watches it sail by. And he's ready for the goal kick now. Abby Lindblom tries to flick that on to Belen Young. Belen Young playing pretty high now with Christian Fairchild and Dutch Iavaroni. Enzo Fernandez looks like there for Belen, trying to send that forwards in the beginning of a new play, but the Tigers get a hold of it. Kwame Semikor sends a long ball up to the Tigers, but there's only a couple up to the attacking side, but there's only a couple of Wolverine players there. They get their own attack going quite quickly, but there's Abby Lindblom once again breaking that up, putting pressure on Perino at that point. Again, Philip Falcon called into action. That was some well built up play by Belen. The goal scorer, Alejandro Pereira, gets his cross in, and a Belen attacker is able to head that on target, but Philip Falcon grabs it and is able to kick it away. Tigers pressing, Belen clearing. Clean possession is difficult to come by at this point in the game. Everybody's really playing hard on every ball. Christian Fairchild earns a free kick, much to the protest of the Wolverine bench, but the referee's made his decision. Set play opportunity for the Tigers. Belen Young will almost certainly drop that in a curling effort into the box to a couple of big targets. Volpe out quickly for the Wolverines. Looks like he was able to clear it enough, because here come the Wolverines again. No foul there, and a clash in the middle. Tigers are going again. Christian Fairchild is dispossessed fairly. He doesn't complain. He knows it was a good defensive move. Tiger throw in. Christian Fairchild gets his cross in, but Tigers are a little bit undermanned in that box there. They needed one more body. Belen throw in. Pereira sending that forwards. A little bit of luck for Belen there as the ball dropped back in front of the attacker's feet. He got a shot off, but it went out of bounds. Goal kick now for the Tigers. All the Tiger players are pushing up, ready for this goal kick from Philip Falcon. Taikabasa returning to the game for the Tigers. Tigers looking for that spark. They're pretty loaded now with attackers. Coach Sims is definitely going for the win. But it's regulation over. That was a 1-1 score in regulation. Tigers will go into a overtime situation with the Wolverines. 10 minutes, 2 10-minute periods. We are starting the overtime period now, the first 10-minute overtime period. 1-1. Both teams energetic. Both teams playing very positive soccer. Pereira sends one in to a slashing attacker, but NB is able to get that out. Kruger is challenged here by the right. Oh, that was a multi-stage goal. Belen has scored. It is 2-1 to Belen. Tigers were taken on that right side. The Belen player crossed it. It got poked out and shot from a player at the top of the box, and Philip Falcon saved it, but there was a rebound and somebody knocked that in. We'll see if we can identify that player for you. Tigers kick off quickly. They don't want to waste any time now. Belen throw-in. Christian Fairchild chasing down Pereira for the Wolverines. Wolverines having their way a little bit in the midfield here. That's dangerous for the Tigers. Pirano again on the ball, sending it in. Shot is blocked. Tigers come out with it. Dutch Iavaroni on the ball for the Tigers. Makes the run, but the pass gets intercepted on its way to him. We have an inadvertent handball by the Tigers, so a free kick for Belen. Wolverines will tee this up, come up with a plan to make the most of this opportunity. Pereira on the kick for Belen. It's decent, but it's a little high and wide. Goal kick for the Tigers. Philip Falcon getting ready to send it. Looks like he's going to send that ball towards the middle of the field. Tigers have a couple of targets there. Belen Young, Abby Lindblom, Christian Fairchild, Abby Lindblom again. Taikabasa tries to send the ball forward for the Tigers, but can't control it. Ended up being a drop. It looked like it was going to be an out-of-bounds call, but it ended up being a drop because the ball hit the referee. Tigers going forward, but well blocked by Belen's last line of defence. Long throw by the Tigers. Don't get the same result as Belen did on that previous goal, the one in regulation. Belen's off and running. Pirano from Pereira. Back to Pereira. Christian Fairchild, though, doing double duty, and he's able to interrupt that attacking effort by Belen. Kwame Semikor sends it forwards. Dutch Iavaroni is able to shoot but not score. That was a legitimate opportunity and well played by Semikor and Iavaroni. Oh, that is Taikabasa. My mistake. Taikabasa gets on the end of that and does get a decent shot off. Well marked by the Belen defender though, so it was particularly well played to get that shot. Kredikin heads it out of bounds. Belen throw in. Five minutes left in the first period of overtime. Geronimo Pedavilla off for the Wolverines. Tiger throw in.
That's his second yellow card. Yeah. Shouldn't he be playing a man down? Hold on. Shouldn't he be playing a man down? That's his second yellow card. Because I marked it earlier.
Christian Fairchild for the Tigers with a little time and a little space, but his pass is blocked by number 4, Santiago Richard for the Wolverines. Free kick to the Tigers. Belen Young coming in to take that. Belen Young's ball forward. Abby Lindblom goes for it. Michael Kruger tries to get that back into an attacking situation for the Tigers, but can't. That's a nice pass by Belen. Pirano. And thankfully for the Tigers, Philip Falcon is able to sneak out and grab that off the floor. Here comes Pereira again for Belen. Kredikin is able to pick his pocket though. Doesn't clear the ball effectively, but at least the danger is over for the Tigers on that particular play. Belen coming forwards again. Excellent battle in the middle of the field there. In the end, Christian Fairchild comes out on top. He can't get it forwards though for an effective attack, and Belen gets a throw in. Pirano making some good decisions in the middle there, doesn't seem rushed. Accurate passes. Pretty calm. Santiago Richard just making the easy passes. Belen's not under pressure. It's not like desperate for them to score or attack right now, but they'll need to be careful because Tigers can come up with a goal from almost nowhere. Have done many times this season. Belen Young. Taikabasa. Christian Fairchild now. Dutch Iavaroni was in that play as well as that was building up for the Tigers. 30 seconds left in this first period of overtime. Kwame Semikor for the Tigers heads that away, but the shot by Belen is wide right. Goal kick. Seconds left in this first period of overtime. So a 2-minute break now, and the players will return to the field and battle it out for another 10 minutes. If the score remains the same, Belen will win. If the Tigers tie it up and it stays tied at the end of the 10 minutes, it will go to penalty kicks. Tigers will need to score 2 goals without the Wolverines scoring any more in order for them to win the game without having to go to PKs. Final 10 minutes of playing time. Tigers are looking to equalise here. Belen's looking to put the Tigers away. Neither team would prefer PKs, I'm sure. They'd both prefer to win it before the final whistle blows. Fernandez with the ball forward for Belen. Looks like Alex Bossio clearing for the Tigers though. Fernandez again. Some fancy footwork. He is able to score. He beats 2 defenders, puts it through Philip Falcon's legs, and the Belen Wolverines have a 3-1 lead. Tigers are going to have to do something special now. Enzo Fernandez really made a quality play there to even get that shot off, let alone score and beat the goalkeeper. Tigers can't waste a minute now. Belen clear emphatically from the back line, but Tigers are able to quickly restart. Belen Young for the Tigers. He's fouled. Stefano Neos called on the foul. Belen clears after that ball in by Belen Young on the free kick. Creedican throws into Belen Young. Alex Bossio there is able to step into the line of that pass. Clears it for the Tigers. Belen throw in. They're not in a hurry though. They don't need to be at this point. Belen trying to work the ball forwards there. Christian Fairchild works very, very hard to try to dispossess Belen and appears to have been fouled, but he's certainly been hurt. So he's going to need a minute to get back on his feet, and there is a yellow card. Appears to be number 6, Alejandro Herrera for Belen. So we have a Wolverine substitution. Wolverine substitution appears to be Geronimo Padavilla, number 19. Christian Fairchild combining with Belen Young again. They can't get a clear path to an attacking effort to relieve the pressure back to the last line of defence. MD sending forward. Christian Fairchild again. Throw in for Belen though. Six minutes to go in the second period of overtime. 3-1. Belen to Jesuit Tigers. Abby Lindblom for the Tigers, heading that throw in away. But Belen gets it back. Lindblom again. Kwame Semikor turns his opponent and is able to pass to Dutch Iavarone. Or maybe that's Tai Kabasa. It was Tai Kabasa who was not able to get a clear run at the ball with at the goal with the ball. Belen free kick now. They take a short one. Christian Bargueiras. Tiger throw-in. Abby Lindblom. Keenan Clamp. Taika Basa tries a fancy flick-on pass behind him, but Belen clears. Now Belen is in the attack. Pirano. He's still got the ball. He hasn't got a path to make much happen yet, but the longer you leave that player with the ball, the more you got to think he'll figure something out. Four minutes and 23 seconds here. Referee has stopped the clock. There's a shot by Belen. It's wide to the left, so Philip Falcon just goes and grabs it out of the bushes and sets up for a goal kick. It's going to target one of the larger players in the middle for the Tigers. Kwame Semikor is fouled and is awarded the foul. MD takes it quickly. Belen Young tries to get that in. It's blocked. He gets a throw in. Takes it quickly. Pirano. No look pass to the other side of the field. Shoulder to shoulder bump with the defender. This time switching the field doesn't pay off, and it's a throw in for the Tigers. Ty Kabasa for the Tigers. Belen Young. His heel gets clipped, but no free kick. Tigers still have the ball. Belen Young wins it back again. Dutch Iavarone. Clamp. Dutch Iavarone again. Ty Kabasa was in there too. Kritikin gets a clear possession. Ty Kabasa could have turned and gone to goal there, but he couldn't quite get it under control. MD heads it back into the midfield for the Tigers. Christian Fairchild. Abby Lindblom tries to send it into the main attacking area for the Tigers. Kritikin. Tigers trying everything they can right now. Belen Young with a bit of a give and go there. Kwame Semikor can't quite get onto that after it dropped in front of him. It was right near a defender as well. 1 minute 43 seconds by the scoreboard clock remaining in the overtime period. Tigers need a quick goal now and will need to do it again in short shrift. Belen standing firm though on that defensive line. They are attacking, but they had plenty of people back in that defensive area. Philip Falcon does make that save. Stefano Naos makes the play down the right hand side for Belen and crosses in. Dutch Iavarone is able to move up the left-hand side of the pitch. Belen Young, but goalkeeper Volpe is quick to come out and grab that ball, lay on the ground and kill the play. Time has basically run out for the Tigers here, barring any miracles. It's well left by number 31, who does get a shot off in the end. Marco Allegret. He made a clever no touch and let it run through to Pereira, who got it back to him. Time is being kept by the referee on the field now, and they have indicated the end of the game. The Wolverines are the winners of the game. They have booked themselves a place in the state final again. Last year these two teams met in the state final, but this time the Wolverines will be the lone Jesuit school in that final. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for listening. Hope you enjoyed seeing the great play by these lads today. The end of the season for the Jesuit Tigers in Tampa. One more game for the Wolverines.